Amazing how quickly things change, isn't it? Well, some things at least. Real estate, that is forever. We're going to do things a little differently this time with our bonus stats up front and the hard Portland market details second. What are we talking about today? What everyone else is, COVID-19. What else? Education. Don't blink or you miss it. We do move fast around here. Drew Coleman here, principal broker of the Drew Coleman team at Hassan Company Realtors. And I believe in home ownership. I still believe in it just as much as I believe in thoroughly cleansing and washing my hands for 20 seconds or more. How is the COVID-19 pandemic and its surrounding mix of reasonable prevention and unreasonable hysteria going to affect real estate plans? Well, let me talk to buyers first. Hello, buyers. Most importantly, mortgage rates right now are still insanely low. When I say low, I mean historic low, not like, hey, it's kind of historic low for the last 3 years. I mean 30, 40-year low. People who buy now will ultimately be saving thousands and thousands, making them much richer in the long term than someone who bought a year ago, or most likely someone who waits to buy until things are settled. Uncertainty can be your friend in strange situations. Let me talk to sellers. You might be worried now you'll find yourself in a weaker negotiating position. Not true. It's for the same reason it's good to be a buyer. Buyers are motivated to buy now. 1, because they want to stag the low rates. 2, because they're worried about the economic future and they want their transactions closed before things get bad. Now, do we think an economic apocalypse is coming? No. NAR recently did a study and they said that 79% of buyers still plan to move forward with their buying purchase in the near future. This means we're losing 20% of the market right now in the height of the hysteria. That number could continue to go up and could be a normal market in the next few months when hopefully things level off. The source of this economic roller coaster is not coming from a structurally flawed pillar of the economy like it did in 2008. In a lot of ways, that was much more of a virus for the industry of housing. This actual virus and its surrounding chaos will pass, and the massive shutdowns across America will slow down and make it manageable. While there will be many industries affected, when it comes to housing, we in the industry aren't too worried. Food, shelter, clothing, these are fundamental needs and we're serving one of them. First up, let's talk about average sales price, as we always do. As you'd expect for February, it decreased a little by 1.1%. It went from $510,252 down to $504,728. How about year over year? That's still up 4.7%, which means if you bought a year ago for $500,000, it would have appreciated on average by $23,500. Show me one investment strategy with that much return and I'll sell off all my Purell stock. For condos and townhouses, the average went from $351,687 up to $352,931. Seems like these properties go up and down every month. Looking for a condo or attached townhouse yourself? Don't go in blindly. You know who to call. Switching gears, let's talk about national figures. You know how it goes. These are always delayed by a month as the government gets it all together. I think they're especially busy now with some other activities. So in January, the data we do have indicates that $303,700 was the existing home price, a little $9,000 decrease, and it increased an unusually large tick of $18,000 to $402,300 for new homes. After the very unseasonal jump in activity in January, February looked a lot more normal for a winter month. The number of new listings went down nominally by 0.1%. How about homes sold? Well, as you'd expect after a big flood of homes coming online, it increased by 11.5%. Though considering just how many came online, that's not as much as we thought it might be, especially considering how staggeringly low rates are right now. How long does it take to sell? Average days on the market dropped 8 days to 50 total days to sell for detached homes and dropped 4 days for condos and townhouses, landing at 62 days to sell. When you compare all those numbers to a year back, February of 2019, new listings were actually up 8.4% in sales, also up 5.5%. What does this mean? Even with the first inklings of the coronavirus scare, folks were still buying enough homes to beat last February's activity. Locally, inventory stayed rock steady at 1.9 months supply of detached homes. Nationally, it was a lot higher, 5.1 months, again, January figures. Let's talk active neighborhoods. Which one was popping off the most? Tigered Wilsonville knocked Milwaukee Clackamas off of the throne after nipping at its heels for these last few months with 189 new listings. Those of you who are educated know that those two are locked in a perpetual battle for the top spot. When it comes to closing, it was Southeast Portland, the last of the three power players, who had the most, 130 closings. Lots happening right there. That's it for this month. Check back next time, and until then, visit drewcoleman.com if you have any questions for our local team. Thanks for watching.